people don't care as much as you think they do. They don't. They are thinking about themselves. So notice the sentence I just said, oh, I am so glad, quotation marks, that did not happen to me. Depending on whenever you're watching this. It was a Tuesday. I was working on chest. I was doing incline press chest. If you guys are not in the realm of like the gym world, you always have to check that the bench is secure. And you're like, oh no, Chelsea, I know where you're going with this. No, wait, hold up. You always have to make sure that the bench is secure. And basically the bench, for those who don't go to the gym, it's you sit on it or you do whatever workouts on it. It's just a bench that sustains you, that holds you up in some sort of form of way. One of these days, I was doing incline chest press. If you guys do not know what it is, I will post like a video right here. I was doing incline chest press just for illustrative purposes. Instead of sitting like this is the bench, pretend this too is the bench, right? Pretend like my hands are the bench. So it's not like that. You're moving this part a little bit down. So then you sit down here and then you lay back in an obtuse way. We go to get the dumbbells. We're moving up in weights. We're gonna do warm-ups with the starting weights, and the moment that I go down, I do this is the weight, and then I go down, and then as I'm going down, I feel my weight is now leaning on the bench just a tad bit. Once it's leaning on the bench, as my weights are literally on my hand, the bench literally collapses. It literally collapses down, and I'm like, so the bench collapses as I have weights on me. And the moment that it collapses, mindful, I'm literally like this. I'm vulnerable. Dude, I'm vulnerable. And so when that collapses, there are people around me. And in that moment, I'm like, what just happened? I'm like, why are they staring at me? I'm just like, why do you think? Like the bench literally went down. So instead of it being obtuse, it literally just went flat. And so I just literally, I just grabbed the weights and I was like, oof. Like I kind of just like pushed myself, and I'm like, what in the world just happened? Many of you guys can say that story seems embarrassing, right? It's if you choose to say that is embarrassing. That in the moment, we could care so much about what other people think about us. When in the moment, it doesn't really matter. And so what ends up happening is that when you care so much about what other people think about you, you can't authentically react in a way that serves you and that helps you. So back to the story, how the bench fell flat. My first question was not, oh my God, people saw me. No, my first question was, what just happened? As humans, we are social creatures. So at some degree, we do care about what people think about us. But depending on that degree, it should not be a big percentage. It should not be like the number one factor that drives you to saying, what do they think about me? What does he think about me? What does she think about me? Because I'm gonna tell you this, they don't care. And when you get that ingrained in your head to a level, is like, they don't care. For you to be functioning when something embarrassing happens, when you don't know something, or when you're learning, sometimes what often threatens us from growth is the fear of being judged, or it's thinking, what do they think about me? When in reality, they don't care, and to a level of degree, they just don't care. They don't give a phooey. So what happens with this concept of, what does he think about me? What does she think? What do they think about me? It is a level of self-conscious. Also, if I'm looking down, it's because I have my notes here, okay? You have been conditioned where in the past, people have told you, do this, don't do that, don't react this way, stop looking like that. And they have told you because they have observed you, and so they frowned upon your reaction of that behavior that you were displaying at that moment. And so now you become self-critical, self-conscious. Oh, do I look bad? Does it look good? Should I not do this? Maybe he doesn't like me if I do this, or if I should do that. And so it's you have been conditioned in the past where others have observed you and they did not like what you displayed, so therefore they corrected you. And so now you, in some sense of way, has been corrected by that and has become self-conscious and aware that others are looking at you. When they have corrected you in the past, they probably didn't consider to ask you the question, what did you think about that? Do you think that could have been better? Do you feel like that helped you? Or do you feel like it served you in some way? That wasn't the response. The response was, it looks bad. When we think it looks bad, what is that really signifying here in this moment? It looks bad to you, or it looks bad to others. When they tell me what they think of me, I can recorrect it. That's what happens, right? So it's like, you tell me, what do I have to do so that I can recorrect that behavior? So then therefore I can be liked. And that is at the mercy of others. That is at the mercy of others. And you are going to be riding those waves, and it's going to be never ending, and it's going to be so painful. It's like, how do you stop caring? How do you stop caring what people think about? But I'm going to ask you this question. Which opinion matters most? Your opinion or their opinion? And here's the thing, before you answer that question, when you tell me, oh, my opinion matters most, does it? Does it matter most? So in the circumstances when it's most embarrassing, when it's most humiliating, whose opinion do you want to know first? Who do you go to first? Is it yourself or is it someone else? Then when it comes to stop caring about what other people think about you, your opinion has to come first. Your opinion has to matter first. So in regards to the situation where I fell down, I literally looked around and I was like, what happened? Was there a loose screw? Did I not catch something? I wasn't in my thoughts. I wasn't like, oh shit, they look. That was like, and I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you and say, oh, I did not think that whatsoever. Yeah, but it was like the third thought after. I'm like, 1, I'm okay. 2, I thought I checked it. 3, oh shit, people like, use your self-consciousness, what you're aware of, to your advantage. So the very fact that you're aware of other people's opinion, take it as an advantage to you. And what do I mean by that? If you're thinking about what they're thinking about you, you can actually literally be thinking what they're thinking is saying, oh, I'm so glad that wasn't me. That's what they're thinking. And so that you literally step outside of yourself. And you're not so self-critical of yourself of like, oh my God, that was embarrassing. Oh my God. No, you step outside because you're self-conscious of it and you're self-conscious of what other people are thinking about you or saying about you. You're able to use that to your advantage. Use it to your advantage and ask these serious questions. Take a step outside of yourself since you have already considered their opinions and say, what is it exactly that they said? Just a second. And what is it exactly they said? Oh, they would say, I'm so glad that wasn't me. I am so glad that wasn't me. The thoughts are on themselves. People don't care as much as you think they do. They don't. They are thinking about themselves. So notice the sentence I just said, oh, I am so glad, quotation marks, that did not happen to me. So when it comes to that, it's like, oh, okay. Like, they're thinking about themselves. I don't care. And when you're so comfortable with yourself and you've reached that level of comfortableness, like of confidence with yourself, you get to decide and you get to choose how you get to react in that situation. Not them. You don't go based on them and you mirror that. Mindful. People react in a way in how they see you react. So if you think it's embarrassing, they will react. It is embarrassing because you have reacted. It's embarrassing. People see you in the way you see yourself. People react in the way you choose to react. People are just reacting. One, people notice, and one, people react. So in that moment, when let's say back to that situation, when the bench fell, I was so chill. I was like, what in the world happened? Obviously, if you were observing me, you'd be like, what in the world? I'm looking at the bench. And I'm so wondering what exactly happened to why this bench fell. I wasn't like, oh my God, they saw me. Which obviously it's exaggerating. But it wasn't like, oh, this is embarrassing. You will know it's embarrassing on my face. I can't help that. I won't help that. And people will see that. You will see it. You will pick off on my energy. You will pick off on my facial expressions. You will see that. But because I was calm and I was concerned about myself and I was concerned, what in the world happened? Noted, I was concerned about myself. So what does that say? Did you think they were concerned about me? No, they weren't concerned about me. So then why on earth would you go and thinking, what do they care about me? They don't. They don't. Even if the stakes are high, it's like, it is how you present yourself. It is how you come across. It is how you choose to react. That is what is the signifying point of how they think about you. It ties into you. It doesn't tie into them first and then you. It ties into how you see it. One thing when it comes to not caring about what other people think about you, it comes down to the painful experiences of life. And it's being honest about that, because you're not just gonna be like, what do they care about me in one get-go? It really comes about looking at the past experiences and the painful experiences. You can know that they weren't there. They don't pay the bills. They don't show up for me. Who shows up for me? Who wakes up? You know, number one, your creator, and second, but it's like, who is advocating for you? Was it them? The ones who you're caring so much on their opinions? No, it wasn't them. Coming from those painful experiences of just like, when it comes to not giving a fuck of what people are saying about you, really comes to your ego. Ego gets in the way to self-regulating. Ego gets in the way to self-regulating your emotions. When you make a mistake, or when an experience humbles you, or when something like that, like me following, and I did not have my camera. I probably would have put it. I probably would have put it just to show you, look guys, there's some things in life that's going to be embarrassing to you. There's some things that's going to happen where you wish it didn't occur. How much does your ego get in the way? Because when your ego gets in the way, it's very hard for you to regulate your emotions without admitting some sort of fault or admitting, yeah, that was embarrassing. Because one, I'm comfortable with myself. I don't have to have an ego and show and brush it off. Like I don't have to do that because it's okay with me. That happened. That was a mistake. It's fine. I'm saying it's fine. I don't care what you're saying, if it's fine or not fine. I'm saying it's fine. And if depending on the stakes, we'll deal with it. But it's first your response and your opinion that should matter most, and it's saying I'm the one that says it's fine. This was kind of embarrassing or not, or it's embarrassing. Right. You choose to follow through on the words that you are saying. So if I'm saying it's embarrassing, then it's embarrassing. Then what is my mind going to do? And what is my facial expression going to do? It's going to do exactly what I just said it is. If I just said it's not embarrassing, even though it feels embarrassing, I'm chill. I'm okay. So going back to that moment of that situation where the bench fell, that wasn't embarrassing for me. I was like, shoot, I'm one of those people that you see on TikTok who literally just like falling. I'm like, who did not secure their bench. I'm like, dang it. I was not careless. I swear I was not careless. But it happens. You choose to react in the way in what you are thinking. And if you reinforce it with your words, because your words are powerful, your words have power, then you will react in that way that it's not. And when I'm saying it's okay, and it's okay, if it's saying it's not okay, there is a pressure, there's a level of pressure, right? And there's a level of control that when you care so much about other people's opinion, you are giving them control and you are giving them power, much of which they should not have, because why do they have the power? Why did you give them the control over you? What is the difference? They make their mistakes too. So, and it's really asking, why do I care so much about what people think about me? A lot of times it stems from the past, and it stems like, what moment in time did you do something that was so heartbreaking, that was so of a disapproval from others that you did not like the feeling that you received from that moment? Because people mirror you in the way you mirror yourself. So if you mirror yourself poorly, they will mirror you poorly. If they see that you treat yourself with respect, they will respect you. If this girl says she's super beautiful in the way she's acting, even though maybe she's not, whatever it is, and she's so fully convinced, and so you're like, wow, she's so beautiful. And it's having this force of like, no, you're not gonna tell me what it is, because I'm telling you what it is from my side, from my perspective. The mercy of your creator has always been, each day you get to choose something different. You are not defined by the things that you have done. You can admit it and realize it and be aware of it, but you're never defined by it. Life is always a constant of change. So if you decide, I just don't want to care about other people's opinions, then don't. What is making you care in the first place? That is leading you to make those decisions in the first place. All right, my darlings, that is it for this video. If you made it till the end, comment down below what exactly is the very thing that makes you actually consider of other people's opinion. Your opinion has to be number one. All right, darlings, thank you so much for watching. Many of you guys watched this video, and I hope it helped. If it did help, please subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Double dab and good dab.